we're doing here at the Live tonight for you guys. I think we're doing pretty damn well.
Alright guys, we have got QT, Maverick, Graves, and Showdown. Am I right?
No,
I
not
called.
Showtime.
Who was the last person? I missed it.
Stephon Hill.
Okay, Stephon Hill.
Stephon
Hill.
Hill.
And Sugar Hill. And I know that he is a striker. And what is that title that he is bringing to the ring?
That is the PWR Television Championship, in which he beat Patrick Rage 4 at PWR Danger Zone. They went all out in a Hell in a Cell match. Stephon Hill threw the kitchen sink at Patrick Rage, penitent after penitent. Patrick Rage eventually had to succumb to the beatdown that he received from Stephon Hill to lose that championship.
I tell you what, Stephon Sugar Hill is a UWA original. He's a former TV champion, former multiple UWA tag team champion. He is not only an upcoming but a great top star in UWA, and the showing he has had in PWR, it has the world, on this guy's side. He's somebody to watch for sure.
And
Let's
now,
not forget he's a former gold medalist.
Absolutely.
and now we've got Graves. Give us a little bit of information about Graves. Who is this
Graves,
monster?
Yeah, this guy has some history. He's a UWA original, been around since day one. Been there going on 3 years, and started out a faction called All Hell. And as you can see it on the back of his jacket there, it says All Hell is dead. And is it now a member of the pack? He used to feud with each other for quite some time, but he is a member of the pack. And
what's that
he is
title
our
that he's
current
got brought to the ring with him?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he's our current and UWA US champion, and he's held the belt now for about 4 or 5 months. And being said, as being the greatest UWA US champion we ever had, that used to be held by Saul, the Super Soldier, but Graves dominating in that field right now. Great champion he has been.
And now we have, I like the green. Who we got coming down to the ring now?
This is QT, and QT is a PWR original, but like with any athlete in PWR, we definitely promote them and allow them to go to other organizations and win gold. He is the current PSW Intercontinental Champion. He's also down with TBC at When Worlds Collide in full effect. All of them repping the team right now. Actually, QT also a former television champion in PWR, actually the first man to defeat Patrick Rage and then losing the television championship in a rematch against Patrick Rage.
QT is on point in this champion showcase, and we are awaiting the arrival of the final representative, the final competitor. And here he is, Michael Maverick, the Worldwide Wrestling Network On Demand champion. And Michael Maverick has been going through some issues. Recently been dealing with the disciples of Apollos. Recently defeated Apollos at Battle Ball. And it was an eye-opening match. Michael Maverick to places I have never seen him before. The violence and the brutality that was seen by Michael Maverick at Battle Ball is something that I have And I am really afraid of everybody coming in to this match. And here we go. QT taking out Sugar Hill, and Maverick going up against Graves. Maverick up, springboard with a clothesline. Maverick is one of the heavyweights, 265 pounds, but he is an F-150 with a Ferrari engine. He can do everything, and he is going into the technique now with the Tequila Sunrise on Graves, as we've got QT and we have got Stephon Hill on the outside. Stephon Hill with the shuffle and the big right hand, and Graves dropping Maverick across the top rope. What has Graves got? Go ahead.
Oh, and you got to also think in this match with the two men fighting on the outside of the ring, it allows Maverick and Graves the 20 by 20 foot space that they need to go all out here. And you got to think also, I mean, Graves looks like he's just an individual who's here to harm people. Will Maverick's future in wrestling be on the line here just going up against him?
Oh, wait a minute. Graves has got... Oh, what the club! Right to the back of the head, and then that facebuster. Graves impressing me with his speed right here. For a big man, very agile, almost like one-man gang. And Maverick back in and attacking Iris, and Graves, the center of attention here. Maverick answers with the big boot, suckering in Monster Graves. And wait again, almost teaming up Stephon Hill with the reverse cutter or a suplex, and now they are trading dance partners. This is a four-way elimination match, and we've got Sugar Hill, and he has got Graves wrapped up, stepping forward, and it is the Reigns clash.
God, this one could be over. Oh, this one could be over.
And we have got QT.
Have history.
QT and Maverick going toe-to-toe on the outside. Maverick sending in QT. And Graves and Sugar Hill very methodical in their approach to destruction. Oh my God, look at the power with that gut-wrench German suplex by Graves.
And don't let his looks fool you. He might look like a crazy man, but at the end of the day, he is a great professional wrestler and a champion at that.
And Maverick,
yeah, for sure,
with the gator roll in the crossface to QT. Oh, wait a minute.
Tell you what,
this is bad news for QT.
Comes out with the face paint on. You better watch out. It turns into a whole nother guy.
And look at this combination. What a driver! Full Nelson driver by Monster Graves. And Michael Maverick. Michael Maverick looks like...
Oh.
And whoa. They are... Graves and Sugar Hill are isolating QT right now. What could this be about?
Looks like guys would team up a little bit, but at the end of the day, this is an elimination four-way dance, so they all have to worry about each other and not so much about teaming up with each other.
And once again, Maverick and Graves getting in each other's way. Wait a minute! Choke slam!
Double choke slam there. Good teamwork by the men in green.
Oh my God!
For sure. The two men that have never been in the same match with each other. Great teamwork.
And we have got Stephon Hill. He has got his focus on Graves. QT turning his focus to Michael Maverick. Working the leg of Maverick on the outside. That is smart. If you take away the legs of Michael Maverick, you take away his power. And it looks like Stephon Hill might be going for the H-bomb, and it connects. Cover. Is this it for Graves? No, Graves kicks out. QT, beautiful slam, following by the leg drop to Michael Maverick. Maverick might be in trouble as QT climbs up top. And he is scouting Maverick, demanding that he pay. And look at this. Oh my God! The Magnum!
That's the move. That's the move that took out Patrick Graves there for his television championship, for his first championship loss.
I do remember that.
And Michael Maverick just shaking off that code breaker, but he is feeling the effects. Oh, and a diving DDT by QT to Graves. And this is allowing QT to turn his attention to Maverick, who he feels is in a weakened state. Maverick is fighting back with the gut kick. He's got him up. Oh, and wait a minute. Stephon Hill breaking a neck breaker.
Great reversal.
Great reversal and great teamwork.
I don't know why Stephon Sugar Hill broke that up. I mean, this is an elimination match.
It could be about the devil you know versus the devil you don't. And Maverick called in the reverse choke slam.
Oh,
wait a minute. And now Graves going, and he's got him up. He's got Graves, out of the way, slipping out. Sugar Hill is just laying things in beautifully. Slipping out, getting away, doing the best that he can, but he's caught again by the monster Graves. Cover. 2, 3. Wait, no. Sugar Hill is still in, but that is a blessing or a curse. Maverick got Graves up. Oh, the luck of the draw. Maverick catching Graves with the luck of the draw. 1, 2, no! Wow! Graves kicking out of one of the most powerful moves in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. I am impressed. And Graves
going all out against each other.
And wait, whoa. Graves has got Maverick up and up. Oh my God!
Wow. Took him out. That strength was awesome. Make Hernandez proud.
And Maverick caught the top of the turnbuckle. Graves is an engine of destruction in this match. He is laying waste to everything. Wait a minute, QT might have caught, whoa, no, Graves. Thinking just for a split second, but here comes Maverick. Oh, with the neck breaker. And there's the tribute to Ray Lloyd.
Wow. Glacier would be proud.
And turning that into, wait a minute, Hill and QT back at it again. Reverse DDT. And I've got,
if you will.
And QT. Wait a minute, look at this. QT has got, oh, and look at that backbreaker, suplex backbreaker into the heartache. 1, 2, 3. Maverick dropping Graves with the Peacemaker. 1, 2, and Graves kicks out. Wait a minute, I honestly thought that Hill was eliminated. He wasn't. I spoke too soon. And this match is
want to put on a great showing.
And they are taking each other all over the place. QT with the elbows and strikes. Maverick with the apron leg drop. And now trying to slow down the match just a bit. And Stephen Hill creating some separation between himself and QT. What's this? Maverick's got... Graves is in the Carolina Cloverleaf. And Graves just rolls out of it. Everything Maverick has been putting at Graves, Graves has been just shoving off. And QT has Hill up, and it's the Snake Eyes. And wait a minute, I think Hill is busted open. I think he's bleeding. And Graves.
And this is a very dangerous moment when any athlete is busted open. It's that blood flow that's getting into your eyes, that's slowing you down. You lose energy when you lose blood. And oh my goodness.
And QT is the first elimination. And
Hill showing us all these like, oh, it's not affecting me yet.
And,
and getting the big man Graves.
Wow.
Stephon Sugar Hill.
And wait a minute. Wait, was that it? That was. It is Graves. It is Maverick and Hill.
Champion for UWA has just been eliminated by Stephon Sugar Hill. Oh my goodness.
And Michael, this is crazy. Stephon Sugar Hill and Michael Maverick are the last two in. Maverick, wait, he's dead man's hand. That butterfly power driver.
It's over. It's over. Ref can count to 1,000.
1, 2, and look at Hill.
Channeling his inner Patrick Rage there, kicking out of everything.
Oh, for sure.
And
his resilience there was amazing.
And Hill going to what brought him to the dance with these strikes. And wait a minute. He is H-bomb. H-bomb by Sugar Hill. They're in the center of the ring. And it is over. Congratulations, Stephon Hill.
Oh, my goodness. Stephon Sugar Hill with a huge win tonight, representing UWA and PWR. Oh, my goodness. Huge win. And that's not even a huge win just for him. That's a huge win for the Untouchables as well.
Absolutely. He eliminated everybody in the match. He literally took everybody out. I mean, Sugar Hill is showing that in 2K19, everybody needs to worry about him.
Oh, for sure. Like we said, like I said earlier, I mean, former UWA TV champion, former multiple tag team champion with Jaden Chase of the Untouchables, and this man and current PWR, what is that, television?
Yep.
Yeah, champion as well. I mean, the guy has done it all. He's been a huge asset to both companies, in my opinion, and representing tonight, a huge win.
Definitely a great win there. Stephon Hill, like I said, looking forward to 2K19, especially holding that gold.
And Hill, what a showing. And now, this is one of the matches that I've got to say I am very interested in. We have 4 organizations and 2 tag team champions. And so, it is the British Lanterns against the Pack in a battle of supremacy in a fatal four-way. And here is Benny Banks representing the world.
I don't mean to cut you off, but it's not only the British Landers versus the Pack, it's the Pack versus the Pack, the British Landers versus the British Landers, the British Landers versus the Pack. Oh my goodness, what are we having here right now?
That's right.
Match between two teams going against each other, and not only that, they own tag team championships in 4 organizations. What?
And Benny Banks representing the Worldwide Wrestling Network with that WWN Tag Team title. A surprise victory answering the challenge of Bedlam at Battle Bowl. And they put it down in an epic match. And the British Lanterns going against the Pack and themselves in this match is going to be something to behold.
And this is a little history lesson. This is not the first time that Benny Banks and Byron X12 have actually faced off against each other. They actually had their first match 2 months back against each other.
I remember that. And the Legend and Dustin Jeffries, they have faced off, years before too, and that's the thing. And these men have met up with each other multiple times. And you got the Legend here coming out and representing not only the PWR Tag Team Championship, he's also representing the UWA Tag Team Championship and the Hardcore Championship. I mean, this guy he's been around, he's done it all, he's been around in this business for a long time, and he's out here and he means business. But his partner's going to be out here tonight too, and someone that he's been a part of for a long time. It's the same with the British Landers. I mean, each one of these individuals not only know each other, they all know each other. They've been in multiple matches. I mean, this is going to be a great showdown.
Yeah, you got to think here is what is the mindset between these two teams? Have they spoken to each other and said, hey, listen, let's not take this personal, where, this is a showcase of all the 4 companies. Let's just go out there, put on a great show. Let's not take this personal, but I am trying to get the win. You got to think, have they spoken to each other about this? Do they have an understanding in regards to what they have to do to walk away here with the W?
Well, I'll tell you what, I can't speak for any of these men, but, each one, yes, they're representing 4 different organizations here. 2 tag team championships in each organization for each one of these teams, and they have to face each other. Now, I mean, there's got to be, you're rooting for your partner, but at the same time, you want to get the win. And, can these gentlemen here survive this match afterwards? You know what I mean? Who wins? Who's going to have the bragging rights? You got to think it's got to be the stronger team, or maybe both these men are this team are the stronger men, and they can survive this and get over it, and we'll see.
And I gotta say, social media on my end is absolutely blowing up, talking about this match between the Pack and the British Lanterns. This 4-way match between all of the individuals. I mean, Dustin Jeffries and the Legend. These guys, they know each other. They've had battles with each other. They've teamed together for a while. But the real question is, can the British Lanterns sustain that same kind of scrutiny? The British Lanterns, they've only been tagging together for a year, and I mean, you've got years of experience versus just a few months of experience. Can the British Lanterns take a blow to the ego if say it comes down to Banks and X12? I mean, that is.
I have to agree. I mean, you know, the Lanners, like you said, they've only been a team for so long, just a few months now. A great team. Let's not take anything away from them.
Oh, absolutely not.
They've done things that, you know, many teams have not been able to do in a short period of time. But if you want to talk about, you know, history, yeah, the Pack, I mean, they've been together for a few years now. They've been around each other. They've known each other for 5, 6, 7 years. But as a team, and as strips out as a faction, they know everything about each other. They don't let things get in between each other. You know, we'll have to see what goes down tonight. I mean, this could make or break a team, in my opinion. I mean,
it's very true. That's why I brought the point up, because it is one of those things where if they don't have the wherewithal to withstand scrutiny going up against each other, how can they trust each other as a team? And now things are getting ready to break down with the Pack and the British Lanterns literally mixing it up. And we have got Banks and Jeffries going at it, and we have got the Legend and Byron X12 going toe-to-toe.
It's a little bit strange here to see these four guys all going up against one another, but because of the history of these two teams, it looks like they're making it look like a tornado match.
It really does.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, because they're
watching it, yeah, for sure. You don't even think you just automatically think, okay, it's the Pack versus the Lanterns.
And it's pure instinct. I mean, who wants to throw hands with the person that is your best friend? I mean, I know that we all have fights with people that we're close to, but it's not the first instinct. So this makes sense. They're going right at almost renewing this kind of rivalry that they've had with each other through different brands. But when it comes down to it, this is only one person can win. Only one man can take the victory. And beautiful attack by Benny Banks.
Yeah, these four guys really have to take the whole equation of being teams out, because if they do that, the other guy might not be feeling the same way, and that's where a loss will incur, an elimination will incur. So they all have to look at it from the aspect of, this is not my partner, this is an opponent that I have to beat here tonight.
And the referee is down, and look, corner Enziguri nails Dustin Jeffries. And look at Byron X12 attacking the leg of the Legend. Oh, good God. Byron just hit an incredible combination of technique there. But there is Dustin Jeffries there to save his partner. That instinct is so strong.
Very true. I would definitely think that, it's difficult. I mean, me not really seeing a lot of tag team partners go at it one-on-one, it's a little strange. And even right now, they're not really worrying about each other. It's basically a tag team match at this point in time. But the part you have to worry about is when it's no longer looking like this, and you see the two greens going up against each other and the two men in black going up against each other, then what's going to happen? Who's going to feel like they've been attacked from behind? Or why are you trying to attack me at this time? Let's handle them first.
Exactly.
A lot of emotions going into this match.
Very, very true.
Oh, for sure.
And look at it. Oh, my God. Beautiful combination. Dustin Jeffries with that snake eyes followed by the cannonball by Legend. And this is where it's breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. Who shot first? And it was Dustin Jeffries turning his attention to the Legend.
Oh. Okay, so it looks like now we got the Pack going up against each other, but it looks like Byron X12 is going to try to help out Dustin.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, Dustin was the first to go after the legend, and he's now being attacked.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Look at Byron X12. That is the legend's move.
Wait a minute. And Byron X12.
That's the legend's move, and the legend is making Byron X12 pay.
Dead in on him, and the legend is livid right now.
Gave him the thump to the back and threw in that clutch.
And a big power bomb to Dustin Jeffries by Benny Banks. And the legend and Byron going toe-to-toe again. Byron going after the leg. And this is really, really smart technique right here. But caught that boot. Not very smart. And Dustin Jeffries throwing Benny Banks with the powerbomb as a receipt. But the strike game of Byron X12 is always on point and catching the legend. Wait a minute, look at Banks.
Going all out here, catching with that elevated grab there.
Oh my goodness.
Wait a minute. Dustin Jeffries is eliminated. He tapped out.
What?
Wait a minute.
No, he
He
didn't.
tapped out? Oh.
No.
Ooh, I thought
The referee was down. It certainly looked like it, but the ref is
I
down.
believe Dustin was tapping. I mean, I believe he was tapping, but the ref is not down or is not able to see that.
And now it looks like the Lanterns creating that space. They are teaming up against the legend. The Lanterns are known for their very quick and swift tag team maneuvers. And Dustin is hot. Dustin is absolutely looking to take his He is looking to take his frustration out on somebody, and it just happens to be the legend.
The Pack has had the up advantage. You would think they would have double teamed on the opponent, but Dustin has now attacked the legend twice. What is going on here?
Dustin trying to make a name for himself right now.
I mean, I know for years they've called Dustin, the legend's bitch, or you take the orders from the legend, and Dustin right now is showing, hey.
And
I know.
the British Lanterns showing off some of that high-end offense. And wait a minute, here we go. It's broken down right now, and it is Banks, and it is X12. And look at this. Oh, diving enziguri, but the legend is capitalizing. 1, 2, and oh my God.
Wow.
Benny Banks just eliminated his own partner inadvertently.
Oh my goodness. And Benny Banks, hey, and I tell you what, Benny Banks and Byron, not to get away from this match, but they have been an extraordinary tag team, but have been, competing with each other when it comes to, who's the better singles competitor. And Byron has had the upper hand right now. And Benny with a huge finisher, the legend of all people, taking the pin on it while Benny just sits there. What does that say for the British Lanterns going forward?
And Dustin Jeffries went for that cover. Dustin's busted open. And Benny Banks is at this point right now, it is about survival if he wants to remain a part of this match.
Right. I mean, you would think right now, okay, the Pack's going to just eliminate Benny, and then in history will tell you that, the legend would probably win this match, Dustin allowing the legend to win. But the way it's gone, Dustin has been attacking the legend, and it feels, in my opinion, like an actual three-way right now.
And we have the legend who is trying to, looks like, beat some sense into his pack mate. And Benny Banks now coming in, slamming Dustin Jeffries into the ring post. And now, big diving. Ooh, almost like a missile coming right at Dustin Jeffries. But here comes the big man, and he's got him up in a power bomb. Wait a minute. He's teetering. For half a second, I thought that Benny Banks was going to the hospital tonight.
Oh, the legend teasing everybody right now.
Working over
I
Benny
tell
Banks.
I tell you what we've seen here tonight so far. I mean, when it comes to singles competition, the legend has always shined over Dustin Jeffries, and as we've seen, Byron a little bit as Benny as well. And from what we've seen, like Benny, is saying, hey, I'm just as good as you are, and allowing his partner to be pinned. And Dustin, with attacking the legend over and over, it's kind of doing the same thing, kind of, in my opinion. I mean, I think both teams might, or maybe a little questionable after tonight. Do you think or not?
It all just depends. Tag team wrestling is about the fraternity, and I am not using that meant to be sexist in any way, but it's the camaraderie with which that two people begin to think and act as a tandem, as one. And if that bond is strong enough, if that relationship is strong enough, anything can survive. But right now, in this point in time, I would have to question it, just like D is. And the legend is laying in these multiple German suplexes to Benny Banks, and we've got the pack bleeding all over the place like we're in Memphis, Tennessee, or in the Hammerstein Ballroom. And this is an incredible four-way. Owen dropping Dustin spine first in the unforgiving canvas. Absolutely.
I think the situation of this match, where the grand stage of showcasing of four different companies, has really gotten to the head of these four athletes into wanting to get the win, and not so much worrying about if they're a tag team or not.
This is very true.
I totally agree. I mean, in the beginning, it looked like the Pack versus the Laters. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was just a normal tag team match, tornado at that. And
and from behind, Dustin Jeffries clipping.
Oh, and the legend taking a little bit of a breather, and Dustin taking his leg out.
Emerald Flosion to Benny Banks, and Benny kicking out.
This one could be over. Oh my goodness.
And Dustin Jeffries is trying to find the Contra code to put away Benny Banks. If he can do it, it would be a one-on-one match against the legend. And he is dropping those elbows to the temple of Benny, trying to open him up, even the playing field, with the letting of blood. And it looks like the legend was happy to let it happen, and look at that! Look at that roll through by Dustin Jeffries.
Dustin Jeffries here is not worried about being a tag team partner here tonight. He's taking this as a singles competitor and wanting to get that W here, going all out. You gotta give mad props to Dustin Jeffries.
And Benny Banks calling his shots, basically trying to get the most out of any maneuver, and it's cut off by the legend, but pushes back. Oh, and he is caught, and I think it is over for Banks. No. Tombstone! Oh my God!
And an alternate legend driver right now. Dustin taking the pin. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Dustin was breaking up.
Now, oh my goodness, Dustin Jeffries with that crimson mask, feels like he's bleeding more and more. He has to be worried about getting blood in his eye. I mean, it's been an ongoing theme here tonight with them getting busted open and the blood pouring in their eyes, and it definitely messes with their vision. Their defense is definitely nerfed because of that.
Very, very true.
Goodness. And another emerald explosion, dropping a legend down.
Dustin going on like the legend right now. Oh my. And Dustin going right after legend again. Benny breaking up a little bit. And it's a 2-on-1 right
goodness.
now. The British Landers, they happen to, one part of the
Wow.
Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Oh my goodness. And Dustin taking out the legend. Oh my goodness. And what is that gonna say? I mean,
it is
the ego.
Benny Banks.
I mean, we just saw one half of the Landers and one half of the pack eliminate the legend, his own partner at that. That's not gonna go well in the pack. I'll tell you what.
It is not. This is absolutely crazy. This four-way, and Dustin Jeffries is bleeding like a stuck pig.
And Banks just looking at him, just
staring,
what is he thinking right now?
Staring bullets through him. And Dustin making the first move. And it is the pile drive.
That Gotch style pile driver.
What is Benny doing right now? I mean, I don't understand what he was doing.
Well, he's going to be counting the lights now.
And Benny with the Dustin with the cover.
And this one could be over. The Emerald driver. Oh my goodness. Oh, and Benny able to kick out. What? Oh,
amazing.
Back and forth. This is going crazy. And Banks.
Like we said earlier, Benny not having the best in the singles competition, but right now showing out.
And Benny, I am amazed at the clarity of thought of Benny Banks right now, stringing together these maneuvers back and forth, attempting to put things away. I mean, Benny Banks and Dustin Jeffries are putting on a clinic. It is crazy.
If I was a betting man, I wouldn't bet. These two men really want to go for the win.
The pride of the tag team division is on the line. This is bigger than bragging rights. This is basically showcasing that they are a part of one of the best teams on the planet, and they are repping their brand proudly. And being a part of a promotion for a long time, it etches something in your soul. And what a spinning Falcon Arrow by Dustin Jeffries. And that man is going to need stitches. It is gruesome to watch.
Oh, Dustin Jeffries definitely busted wide open. How this man has been able to go on this long is incredible.
It definitely is. I mean, that Crimson Mask is not getting any better right now. I'm not even worried about wiping the blood off.
I mean, he's not only representing the PWR and UWA Tag Team Championship tonight, he is representing the UWA World Heavyweight Championship as well. And this is a great one.
It definitely
Benny Banks.
And we have
multi-tag team champion as well.
What is Jeffries had some bad intentions, and Banks, Banks catching him with the spinning heel kick off the top rope, center of the ring. 1, 2, Oh my God!
And he was able to walk away with the W.
Benny,
my goodness.
Worldwide Wrestling Network Tag Team Champion Benny Banks, and representative
I tell
of
you what.
all of these promotions. Good, this is going to have repercussions.
Yeah, the biggest there is representing all four. I mean, one of the, if not only teams, representatives representing all four organizations. And Benny Banks, I mean, as of late, getting crucialized about not being better than Byron maybe. Who's the better of the two when it comes to singles competition. And coming out on top of these four gentlemen here tonight, that speaks volume in my opinion.
An incredible performance by everyone in this match. And Benny Banks is the last man standing in the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. Absolutely incredible. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to our main event with the champions of every promotion going face to face. Here.
Well, here's a little caveat to what's going on here tonight. Actually, Showtime did lose the UWA Heavyweight Championship to the man in the last match, Dustin Jeffries, but due to scheduling conflicts and we can't double book talent, Showtime will be the substitute champion, or I guess in lack of better words, the substitute champion here tonight.
Well, he's the
Yeah,
representative.
let's not forget, Showtime, has a name around the world, been around for over 20 plus years, and he's got a name for himself. He's done it all. He's won multiple championships. He is the former UWA World Champion, but has the #1 contendership at Fright Night coming at the end of October in that 3-way match between Dustin Jeffries, who is our current UWA World Champion, and Wayne Jax. And that one right there is going to be that is going to be a showdown match right there, I'll tell you that.
Now let's talk a minute about the prospect Joe Blade. Joe Blade is an intense individual. He is super focused. And he is the current PSW champion. Joe Blade, and has gone toe-to-toe with many of these competitors in the past. It is going to be an interesting main event.
Oh, it definitely will be. I mean, these four athletes are definitely top athletes. They are main event caliber wrestlers, and they've come in tonight to get the win, to get the W, to showcase their skill, to rep their brand.
And speaking of repping the brand, here comes Shining Simon Sullivan, the first ever unified Worldwide Wrestling Network Heavyweight Champion. And by unified, I mean he holds every single major title in the Worldwide Wrestling Network. And Sullivan taking some four-ways into PWR, where he has been a thorn in the side of Dre 41 with his very unique personality. And Shining Simon Sullivan representing the Worldwide Wrestling Network as the unified WWE Heavyweight Champion here tonight.
And I can definitely say this for Sullivan, that he is definitely a top wrestler in the world, and definitely making his name in PWR. Hasn't been booked a lot, but definitely had some great showings. He was in the heavyweight championship tournament, made a great showing there. He had some great four-way matches in PWR. Definitely a great talent. Can't wait to see what he can do in 2K19.
And here is PWR's champion, Khalik. And this man has impressed me from day one, ever since I have been checking out Pro Wrestling Revolution. Khalik is a striker, a brawler, a submissionist. He believes he is the god of professional wrestling. And it has been very difficult to disprove it with the warpath that he has been on.
I mean...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're not going to cut you off, but I mean, this guy has been dominant. In PWR, I mean, he's been the dominant world champion there. And recently just won the TV championship in UWA. I mean, this guy is a multi-champion right now and is getting it done. I know you have way more to say to him.
Oh, I mean, Khalik is the inaugural PWR heavyweight champion. He has defended that title in tough matches, four-way dances, triple threat cell matches. He's been attacked from behind. Any and everything that can happen to the champion has happened to him, and he's come out on the other side unscathed and still holding that title.
And here comes Showtime. Showtime.
And once again,
go ahead.
And so with Showtime, once again, he is not the current UWA champion. He is wrestling tonight because Dustin Jeffrey has already been booked in a match.
But he is a former UWA champion, and Showtime is definitely here.
And I tell you what, I mean, he's been, like I said, he's a legend all around. He's won multiple championships, has done it all, and rose very, very quickly in UWA, and has an opportunity to get that belt back.
And here we go, things mixing it up. Showtime and Sullivan, and Showtime with a deadlift powerbomb, and we have Khalik going in with Joe Blade attacking the leg, going right to exact what we do expect, and Sullivan going to the outside to take on Showtime. Blade and Khalik, oh, and a missed DDT by Khalik, but the impact is made, and this is going back and forth. Wait a minute. Rolling German suplex by Joe Blade. Showtime with the Northern Lights to Shiny Simon Sullivan.
These four athletes going all out against each other. Champions in their respective organizations. Showtime substituting champion. But these four men still want to walk away with a W here, even though their titles aren't on their line. They're not used to being in the main event without having the title on the line. So this is a match where they come into it with the mindset of, I'm in the main event, I have to win, I feel like my title's on the line, I'm going to do everything I can to defend that, the company that I'm representing, and get the W.
That's right. And now we have changing of dance partners, Khalik and Sullivan and Blade and Showtime. And I know that there is quite a bit of history between Blade, Showtime, and Khalik. I believe that Khalik has victories over both of them. Is that true?
Well, over Showtime, actually, Showtime had a DQ win against Khalik, and Khalik has a title defense win against Showtime. So
okay.
the one in, well, actually, I apologize. Let me correct myself. They did face off for the first time in the finals of the PWR Heavyweight Championship Tournament. Khalik able to beat Showtime. Then Showtime was able to get a DQ victory against Khalik, and then Khalik defeated Showtime in a 4-way for the PWR Heavyweight Championship.
And also putting some extra history on this, Sullivan and Blade went up against one another in a cage match where Blade won by escape. And Sullivan had some things to say about that, but it is definitely a lot of drama falling down in this match as Blade connects with a super kick to the back of the head and a spear, taking down the wrestling god in Khalik, and the disrespect by Joe Blade, and Sullivan missing with the splash, and now rolling to the outside. This might be Showtime's opportunity here. This might be Showtime's opportunity, and bringing in Blade, and
calling for Blade to get up.
And wait a minute, cut off by Khalik.
Oh, that's not.
Oh, it's the a Uranagi by Showtime.
That's what he calls the showstopper.
Show close, yeah.
Or show closer, apologize.
Show closer, yeah.
Oh, and look at Khalik. Khalik.
Now, wait a minute, how am I going to get that right? What? I'm sorry. I'm seeing you right now. I'm sorry.
And Khalik driving down Sullivan and Showtime, dropping Joe Blade with that double underhook gutbuster. Oh my God! A flipping pile driver by Khalik.
This one could be over.
And kick out by Sullivan. And look at Khalik. Just showboating.
Chilling right
the
there.
Hubris.
I tell you what, you better pay attention right now. He has a lot of great competitors in the ring right now.
And Showtime's got Blade scouted, and he's got show closer.
Another show closer. And is Joe Blade going to be eliminated here? We're going to see.
And no, not quite. Elimination not quite happened, but look at this. Khalik with the sunset flip over the top rope. Cover, legs are hooked. No. And Sullivan is nothing but a survivor. And Showtime
I just thought that one was a 3 count for sure.
What? Showtime lobbing in those forearm shots to Joe Blade. And not to be shown up, Khalik with those elbows to the temple, disorienting Simon Sullivan, and Blade with the rolling German.
My goodness. And another thing that I want to put in there is even though Shining Simon Sullivan is the unified WWWN champion, he's very underrated for the skills that he has. Even though he might seem a little bit flamboyant, Sullivan is no joke and definitely a top competitor in the world of wrestling.
And look at that,
sure.
Sullivan looking to steal a spotlight from Showtime, and Showtime isn't having it, but it's Khalik who's getting the worst end of all of this as they're attempting to one-up each other.
It's like, I could do it better than you can.
And Khalik finally able to get his hands on Showtime. The spear to Sullivan. Sullivan taken down. And now Khalik has got his eyes on Showtime. Oh, and a flipping DDT.
Trying to take out Showtime here. Let's see if it gets a piece of
Leg
that
is
one.
hooked. And Showtime kicks out. Big spine buster as well.
Yes, they do. They definitely have a history against each other. No love lost between these two men.
And these guys, all of these individuals, I have got to say, I am impressed. They are as they go for big moves, they go for covers. They are not attempting to showboat way too much. They are focused on the victory, and this is the breakdown I was looking for. Blade versus Khalik. Showtime and Sullivan recovering on the outside. And what Khalik with that double stomp right to the face.
Folding Blade like an omelet.
And Khalik with the feet on the ropes. Cover, 2. And Blade not going out like that. But good grief, they are all dogpiling Blade. Look at Sullivan. Sullivan! I think he's going for the slow burn. Slow burn is synced into Showtime. What is happening? Oh my good God Almighty!
Submitted.
Oh my goodness.
Shining Simon Sullivan.
If I was a betting man, I would not would not have expected Showtime to go down like that.
And Sullivan, good grief, Sullivan cleaning house. Truly
amazing.
A lot of people sleep on Shining Simon Sullivan. They let his attitude, his flamboyantness, his personality get in the way, and Sullivan showing that he belongs in this four-way. But caught by Blade. Oh, and right to the steel. Joe Blade looking.
Blade going all out.
Blade is looking to shut Simon's mouth from the exchanges that they have had over their encounters in PWR. And now Blade turning his attention to Khalik. And this is one of my favorite maneuvers. This incredible teardrop combo. And Khalik has got to be seeing stars, but able to pull in Blade back in. And this is crazy. Khalik.
It is, and you got to also think that Joe Blade didn't start off on top. He actually started from the very bottom and worked his way up to being champion. But oh my goodness.
And Blade is, wow. It is now Sullivan versus Khalik. One-on-one. Beautiful combination by Sullivan. Northern Lights into the Brainbuster. And wait a minute. The man who fell to earth. Sullivan connects the man who fell to earth.
Oh my goodness, what a move.
And Khalik.
The distance as well, able to connect that.
Khalik has got to go deep down. Sullivan is on a tear here. Khalik up top. And Sullivan with the tornado power. A show of strength that we don't normally see by Sullivan. And
going all out here against the god of PWR, or god of wrestling.
And this is it completely unexpected. And could he be going for it again? No, and a frog splash.
These two men going all out here. I mean, like I said,
Khalik,
Sullivan definitely underrated.
Khalik throwing those knees. And big right hand by Khalik. Caught him from behind. Oh, with a rolling cutter. This might be it. Do the smart thing and cover him. What are you doing?
The god of wrestling, he is just, sometimes he's so cocky. It's a detriment to him sometimes.
Arrogance is palpable in this arena between the two individuals who are facing in the ring. And Sullivan dropping Khalik with the reverse DDT. And wait a minute. This usually is a combination. And it is. And Sullivan, this is...
Not to be outdone.
Now Sullivan showing to the fans. I mean, this will be, I swear, this will be the downfall to either of them. And now Sullivan, wait a minute. Big neck breaker.
Oh no, going over.
And he's got him
Looking over.
He's got him in that chancery. It's the slow burn. And
oh my goodness.
And the god of wrestling has been humbled by brilliance in human form.
Goodness.
Shining Simon Sullivan. Good God. Incredible champions match.
And I'm just going to have to say this. Thanks to all 4 companies to come together and making this happen. Closing 2K18 in style in a big show. Thank you all 4 companies.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out as well. Big shout out to commentators for that show tonight. Hey, I ain't really lying, man. Huge shout out to you. Without you, this might not have been as well as it looked. Great commentator. Greg 41. PWR is amazing, dude. Good show, man. I'm proud to be a part of it. Let's not forget USW. Brian Evans, not able to be here with us tonight, but having some of these people representing here tonight. This minute for Brian Evans, the Tank. Great showing from these guys tonight. UWA. Hey, we had a good run, man. We had a good showing. Give it up for everybody, man. We all did it. You know what I mean? This is something that was, dude. We're broadcasting right now on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer.
We are worldwide.
Four companies right now, man, worldwide, dude. And what a great show, man. Not to toot our own horns, man, but dude, screw that, dude. We did a great showing. How many companies can come together? You know what I'm saying? Online, sim, no matter what. Come together. 4 companies, dude. 4 companies. And we just threw it down. Hey, man, we did a great job, dude.
This is what happens
great pay-per-view.
When individuals put their egos aside and build a community, and that is what the Worldwide Wrestling Network is all about. That is what the Unity movement is all about. Building this 2K community into a force that can be recognized and be supported by everyone. Big shout out to PWR, Power Sport Wrestling, Ultimate Wrestling Alliance. Thank you, Dre, D, Brian Evans, everybody. Thank you for checking us out. And all of this stuff will be available in our respective communities for reruns. It'll be on Twitch for me. It'll be on Mixer for UWA. It'll be on YouTube for PWR and Power Sport Wrestling. We're also going to make sure that Brian does get a copy of this so that he can upload it if he wants to.
Absolutely.
Also,
for sure. And let's not forget. This is not just like a one-time thing, man. Like all of our leagues are active.
That's right.
This is a year by year. This is a year by year thing. This isn't like, oh, this is just a one showdown, throwdown. Everything starts over. This is an ongoing thing, man. This is an ongoing thing. You know, and people that are new to PWR, people that are new to UWA, WWN, PSW, you know, each of us have been doing our thing for a while. Just got started, but we've all been doing our thing, man. And I think we all respect each other pretty well, man. I think we did a great show. This is gonna be an ongoing thing, like I said. Uh, this is the four. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The 4-man group that we did right now. You know, the 4 organizations. It's not gonna be something that's gonna be like every week or every
No.
month or every 2 months. This is a special event, man. You know what I mean? I can see us doing this once a year.
Yeah.
You know, some people said, "Oh, you guys should do more of this." This is going to be a special thing, man. We
And
all have our own
now,
thing going.
but
We all have great things going. You know what I'm saying? We all do. We all do. We're all growing and getting bigger. I think helped us all,
definitely.
and maybe this could be something we do once a year.
And
we'll see.
And also, I just want to take the time, if there are folks that have liked what they've seen on any of these brands, UWA, Worldwide Wrestling Network, PWR, Power Sport Wrestling, if you've liked what you've seen, if you have liked the commentary, if you've liked the design, get in touch with us, okay? We can find you a home, okay? And we are very interested, all of us, myself, Dre, and D, in trying to help make a difference in the call community by helping people, whether they're new, whether they've been doing this a long time. We are open to try to help people grow within the community.
I will say this too. And I know you guys feel the same way. But you know, we feel strong in this area, definitely in UWA, and I know that you guys feel that way too, because I've heard you talk about it. And you know, to be in a situation in a league like this, like these, I should say, it's not just some put together character, like you just slap them together and throw some move sets. You know, a lot of these characters, almost every one of these characters, and like, hey, we all have a bunch of individuals in our league, and this isn't just creations by me,
no,
Dre.
This is a community team.
This is a community team. Yeah, like this is characters from many different people, and we put these shows together to show everybody, you know, like these are some of the best people, some of the best characters, some of the best, you know, people that represent our group. And it takes more than just slapping together somebody. And I'm big on that. You know what I mean? To be in one of our leagues, you know, you need to, in our opinion, you know, history is everything. You know what I mean? If you were just to come out, if you're new to the game or just new to trying to get into this, you know, make a character believable. Make them believable. Make them mean something. Your moves is everything. Your finishers, your sigs, that means something, man. You know what I mean? Like a great bio, a great character. You know what I mean? Not just some slap together where you're changing, you know, month to month. And that's my opinion.
And with that, actually, I want to extend an invitation to both D and Dre, if Dre's still with us. I would love at some point to just, and maybe you guys can reach out to other creators, because I'm small time. I know I'm small time. But you guys could reach out to other people, and perhaps we could do a kind of round table thing where I would moderate, and we could do some tips and tricks and get people involved so that people could basically understand some of the thought process that goes into making good calls better. And I think that was something that people would be interested in seeing and hearing.
I think I can't speak for Dre, but I think, you know, it all goes about, you know, what would you want to be? Yeah, okay. Most people that play this game, that are year round, that play this game from day one to the end and to the next one, um, and that make their own call or or whatever. You gotta be all about your character
Mm-hmm.
to make a good character. Am I right? You know what I mean? Like you gotta like make that character believable. Um, I don't know. What do you think, Dre? You
When making a wrestler of yourself, and this is not like, I know with most people they perceive themselves as a larger than life character, but we got to remember
right,
some of the largest characters in wrestling were looked like a normal guy. Stone Cold Steve
right,
Austin, The Rock,
exactly.
Shawn Michaels. You use that as a base when making yourself, and also what moves would you do? Do you want your guy to be an indie guy with a bunch of finishers for regular moves?
No,
It's
boo.
it's like building your character as you would want to be seen as a actual
You gotta make
champion.
your move set. You gotta make your move set believable, man. You can't have finishers and sigs throughout your whole move set because that's just. When you have a finisher or sig, some big moves, it needs to mean something. You know what I mean? Like make your character believable. Make his move set believable.
And
Um,
for my 2 cents on this, see, I don't make a character of myself. I create characters. I create like a huge litany of characters.
well,
And
here's the thing, man. Well, here's the thing. When you're making yourself, when you're making somebody, you don't need to be a carbon copy. You know what I
no,
mean?
no.
Like, no, I'm not saying that's what I'm just saying in general, man. Like that's you gotta be original, man. Like you just you gotta be original to be believable and to be cheered and this and that. You gotta be original.
And I
You
think
can't
that's
be
what
a
it
carbon
real.
copy.
I think that's what it really comes down to in all of our leagues. It's about
Hmm.
being original. And I'm going to be perfectly honest. Shiny Simon Sullivan, when he first started, was kind of this flamboyant Macho Man Randy Savage homage. And as I went
Right.
to the character, I said, I gotta do something different with them. I've gotta do something unique with them. And so I went and started looking at who do I want him to be like? And I started doing some research on like David Bowie. And so that was kind of the direction that I went. And that was actually under the advice of my mod, Gary Hamrick. And but what we're going to do is, guys, I think that this is a conversation that we can better have at another time. And we can do this, we can schedule this sometime coming into 2K19. I know that all of us want to get busy as soon as things drop on Friday. But I just want to do one last thing. Everybody, plug your promotion one last time, and we will get this all wrapped up.
PWR.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No. Go. I'm sorry.
PWR. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Dre41 Gaming, and see you guys on 2K19.
UWA Call League. Check us out on Twitter, Daniel AKAD, better known. Follow me as well. You'll be able to get updates on both. Definitely follow Dre, man. PWR. Um, great stuff going on. WWN, Failed Hero, and big shout out to him. He was a big commentator tonight. Definitely follow him. He's got a great show. Brian Evans, fortunately, was not able to be with us tonight, but he's got a YouTube channel. He's got a great thing going on. Definitely check him out as well. Follow us all. Watch us all, man. Big things to come. And, yeah, get a lot of good action from these 4 shows.
All right, guys, and just for those who are in my chat, those of you who might be interested in being a part of the Worldwide Wrestling Network, I am dropping a link to the application. If you have any questions, feel free to follow me on Twitter at failed_hero85, and that is the same as my Twitch feed. Thank you, everyone, and on behalf of UAW, Pro Wrestling Revolution, the Worldwide Wrestling Network, and Power Sport Pro Wrestling, have a great evening. Thank you for checking us out. Stay safe and stay over.
Yeah, man. You guys definitely check us out.